Hi, and welcome to The Entrepreneur. I'm your host, Faith Katai. The Entrepreneur is a program that features individual entrepreneurs and how they have thrived in their businesses. And so today we are in Foxdale off Mutumbi Road, Lusaka, Zambia. Join me as I interact with Idah Gondwe, an entrepreneur who's into professional cleaning services. Idah, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Faith, for having me. The pleasure is mine.
First things first, tell us about yourself. Who's Idah Gondwe?
Um, my name is Gondwe Idah. I'm in my mid 20s and I am a marketer, a salesperson, professional cleaner, a traditional nanny. I rapidly connect customers, busy as yourself, to trained, vetted, and certified cleaners at a touch of a button. So I endeavor to make my clients' lives easy by providing them with professional cleaning services at the snap of their fingers.
Okay, Ida, every great business has a spark behind it. What inspired you to get into professional cleaning services?
First and foremost, my aunt is a housekeeper. She's got I do not know how she does it. She's very professional and she's very personal about her work. Like, she's very personal about it. And I think I would say she's passionate about the work that she does. Growing up, I saw people look down upon cleaners, like, you're just a cleaner, you're just a maid, you're just a housekeeper, you're just a nanny. But when I saw her, it was different. She does her work religiously. She's the best at her work. I think her bosses have told her over and over again. And these are role models that we have in our home. These are the people that shape our futures. And I think for her work attitude, how she presents herself has been very helpful for me and the woman I'm becoming, because I look at her and I know what I want to be and I know what I don't want to be. And she calls me out whenever I mess up. But more so is the need for me to want to live in a clean environment. I think I have a problem staying in a dirty place. I have a problem staying in a dirty place, wearing clothes that smell, or the half-done laundry that has got that scammer stench. I'm not a fan of that. I think I get sick. I think that's the word. When I'm in a dirty place, I do not function, I do not think, I cannot do anything. I just need to get that out of my way. Then I will do life as usual. But that need is sometimes a problem, because now you're in environments that you cannot control. But then you're in pain. You need to just control it. You want to clean it out. So it's that particular need that I started putting to practice so often that someone wanted to pay for what I was doing. Someone wanted to pay me for cleaning their stove. Someone wanted to pay me to clean their house. And it was at that point that I turned my type of lifestyle, or who I am, to monetize it to a point where someone is willing to pay for it. So it was through that conversations with your friends. No, but you can clean very well, but you can clean very good. No, but I like what you did. Can you come and clean again tomorrow? Then it was no longer just about us cleaning. It was more about, what are we doing? What does this look like? It's a business that asking me to clean. If I operate with them unregistered, I'm going to be their employee, but do I want to be an employee? I didn't want to be an employee at that time. I was just coming from a job that I did not want to be an employee again. So I went on registered with Parker. After I registered with Parker, then I went back to him and he asked for a quotation. I didn't even know what a quotation was at the time. I went ahead and I gave him prices off the top of my head. I was just like 500 kwacha, this, then transport this. But we started. That is how we started. We had our first residential that was my first commercial customer. Then I also got a few residential customers. I think I had about 5 residential customers when we were just starting, slightly after we registered. Then I immediately, because it's a labor-driven kind of business, I had to get some help. So I employed 2 girls thereafter, and they are the ones that started the journey with me.
If I was a client, I walk in your company, what do I expect to find from here?
We offer professional services to commercial entities. So this is on a maintenance basis, this is on an emergency basis. We understand life happens to everybody. your designated cleaner might not show up because maybe life happened to her. So we have emergency people that always stand in to live in or to just commute to you. Whether it's an office or home, we are able to cater to that. Then we also have expert cleaning services. Our expert cleaning services are your post-construction cleaning, post-renovation, post-fumigation. This is you wanting to do a deep clean, a spring clean. We cater to that for our expert services. Then we also have residential cleaning services that we do spring cleaning for, move in, move out as well, and just maintenance as well. And then we have the emergency cleaning services. That is where customers as yourselves are able to rent a permit for an hour, for 5, for 10, for a day, for a weekend, for 2 weeks, for a month. You're able to rent for her to commute to you or for them to actually live in with you until your person comes back. Or if you want, you can also get a full-time employee from us, because we do skills development to the people that work either as cleaners, as nannies, as house helps, and household managers. We do skills development, and you as a customer can take from us our very good performing students.
There are many professional cleaning companies. What is it that makes your company stand out?
We are very innovative. As I said, we have a platform, we have an app that rapidly connects you to a cleaner that is trained, vetted, and certified. So you are getting a trained person who's vetted. You know, you can track them. Whenever happens to you, you can still find. You can always locate them as to where they are, and they'll provide you with professional cleaning services. This is just not a random person you're going to find wandering the streets asking for piecework. This is someone that you can rely on. These are reliable people. So apart from the innovation that we provide, we also are feedback oriented with our customers. We want to hear what your needs are. Are you looking for someone to just clean for 3 hours? We got you. Are you looking for someone to clean the full day? Like, we can cater to that. Are you looking for someone to live in with you? We can still cater to that. So we tailor solutions to fit our customers' need without disrupting our day-to-day normal business operations.
What is the name of the app that you have come up with?
We're currently launching it, but currently we are accessing it from the website, which is www.pyramidcs.com.
Starting a business isn't an easy thing, Idah. I know there are so many challenges that you meet along the way. Are you able to highlight some of the challenges that you encountered in your early stage?
As I mentioned, the business didn't really just come. It just happened. I think life was happening quite too fast, and I wasn't ready for it. I didn't plan. I had no plans for it. So it kept happening. But it was easy because it didn't feel like work. It's something that I enjoy to do. So I can do it even in my sleep. I can clean a stove from the phone. You know, I can tell someone what to do, and I can make sure that once they are done, I can even tell you this is what it should look like. If they did this, this is what it should look like. So it's something that required me to step out of just doing something to converting it into a business. I had to learn. I had to unlearn things. I had to go out there, seek information that helps me grow the business. Because at that point, it got to a point of, we need to grow this thing. How are we going to grow it? I set out to learn what a business looks like. What do I need? What people do I need for me to grow my business? What platforms do I need? I had to learn how to do quotations, because customers asking for quotations. What is a quotation? What is invoicing? I had to learn all that. I had to learn the easier way, the better way of doing it. I had to learn what else do I need to do. Do I need insurance? I had to learn all that. But if I just stayed back and just did business as usual, it would have been, I think, much harder to navigate. But while growing, it has been one problem after the other, and it's been identifying that it's a problem and going out to find a solution for it. But one solution that I haven't been able to find is access to market for commercial clients.
Who are your main clients, and talk about the relationship that you've built over the years? How has it been?
I'll start with our most recent relationship, which is our partnership with Cleaning Services Africa. They're based in South Africa. They are our partner that are helping us provide skills development services to the cleaners, as well as other cleaning companies in Zambia. We partnered with Teledoctor to help us provide first aid and CPR, as well as health-related cleaning training skills, because we are trying to tap into the healthcare as well to provide professional cleaning services that are tailored for that particular environment. And we have partnered with a lot more other institutions that are key strategic partners in our growth. We identify what role they play and how they're going to help us get to where we want to be. And far from that, the customers that we have a number of commercial customers that we often cater to for expert cleaning jobs. We did cleanings, we did Set Apart International recently, we did Adaptive Leadership recently, we're cleaning Batoka Energy, we've cleaned Kudu Consulting Limited, and a lot more residential customers. I think we have served about 400 residential customers, and we are hoping to hit 1,000 this year.
How do you make sure that every job reflects professionalism? I've seen you make sure, you ensure that things are done perfectly. In short, you are a perfectionist, isn't it? So how do you ensure that the cleaning or the job that is done reflects professionalism in your business?
I think we have endeavored to define what that looks like, even from the way that our girls behave. Because, as I said, the emergency service doesn't require my physical presence. Even some expert jobs don't require my physical presence, because we've trained people to do these jobs and they get them done to a very good standard. But it's the training. It's the habits, it's the systems that we've put in. So when someone goes to a client's house, what are they doing? If they are cleaning someone's office, what are they doing? What's the first thing they're doing? What's the last thing they're doing? As they walk out, what are they doing? So it's being very intentional about what that looks like, even on a practical part. And also helping the other person, the cleaners, understand this is what we stand for. A customer is paying this amount. Do you think when you do what you're doing, you're going to give that client the value? If you look at the work that you've done, if I look at it, I'm going to tell you, no, I'm not paying you for this, let's redo. Maybe if we redo, then I'm happy with it, then we're going to do it. Even some customers, we've had customers that have not been entirely satisfied, and they've called back to say, you've cleaned so many of my houses, I've given you so many jobs, but this one I feel like you weren't here. I wasn't there. So I had to, I think that was early last year, I think, or the other year. I stopped for a moment and I was like, but what was different? I get the before pictures, and then they sent me the after pictures. Then I'm like, where are the after pictures? I was like, but this is why the client said what they said, because you guys did not do a good job. So I'm not paying you for this job. I'm going to get other people to go and do the job. Other people went to do the job. They cleaned so well. The client was happy about it. Oh, now you see what I was telling you. They actually cleaned. And the place smells so good, And it's the feedback. Honestly, I think without the customer feedback, I don't think we would have made as much progress as we have, because our customers have been very key in driving our growth. They tell us when they are happy, they tell us when they are not happy, and we have been ready to listen. We see it, we listen, and we work on the feedback that they offer to us, because we know that they are a large part of our growth, and without working on the feedback, we're going to lose them as a customer. So it's been a habit. It's been a habit of wanting to do better, wanting to be better, and also ensuring that as we are becoming better, everyone around us is understanding that this pyramid can't do this. No, you're not a pyramid. Are you new? Or are you old? There should be something about a pyramid that differentiates them from other people, and we've noticed this from our customer. They'll even tell you a specific person they want you to serve. Like, can I have this person? Okay, this person is not available. They'll ask you, when are they available? Then you know you have a good pyramid. And it's been building people like that, duplicating more of them, so that each customer can have their person. Even when they don't have their person, they know even if I was to get another person, the quality of work I'm going to get is still going to be the same. So it's pretty much that.
Great. Let's take a short break. Stay tuned.
This is Mainga Banda. Keep watching The Entrepreneur on Zanis TV, the People's Channel.
Welcome back. In case you've just joined us, this is The Entrepreneur, and talking to Idah Gondwe, an entrepreneur who's into professional cleaning services. Idah, tell us about your team. How many people are you working with?
Since we started, I think we should be about, since 4 years ago, we should have a total of about 150 people that we've employed or we've provided job opportunities to. But currently we have 28 serving with us, either as a full-time, part-time, emergency, we have 28. The number is crazy, but it has been a lot of misplacings. You get someone that is used to reporting for work 5 minutes late, and the client is paying for time. So you get to realize that you keep coming late to work, you keep showing up wrongly dressed, you keep doing things that you can't do, and we have to let go of you. And eventually we found our people. We found people that have aligned with us. We found people that are meant for us, and we've kept them on. There are others that are falling off, they're falling off. But it has been a lot of trying. Even for us as a brand, we've been also trying to understand who is our person. But I think we've gotten to a point where we know who our person is. Even when we're having interviews or when we train people, we know the ones we are keeping and we know the ones we're letting go. And we know the ones we're giving to customers. They need to reflect who we are. And it's consistently trying to do that. So team it's a lot. Being a pyramid, I think sometimes is a lot of work because the girls do a lot of work beyond what their normal description is. They start their days very early. Sometimes they end their days very late. Sometimes they work 2 weeks without rest, and then they start rest. But sometimes I appreciate that they also feel when it's work, they show up. And it might not be the easiest thing to do, but oftentimes they come around and they work until they're able to rest because they do understand that we have a common thing, and that common thing is getting the job done.
You talked about training, that you do actually train your staff. So I would like you to highlight what kind of training do your staff go through to maintain those high cleaning standards?
Thank you. So we do have a basic introduction to cleaning. We have short courses like the first aid and CPR are short courses. We have the childcare. The introduction to childcare is basic, so we've got those as short courses. Then we have other short but slightly longer courses like introduction to cleaning, introduction to housekeeping, introduction to janitorial work, and then we also have like full training programs for expert cleaning jobs. Expert cleaning, we have janitorial cleaning, full housekeeping certificates, and then we also have business cleaning business training module that business are able to take part. But for each of the training modules that we have, they have a designated type of person that should have it. Some of them, like for the short courses, any person can do them. The short courses, the ones that are a bit longer, like introduction to cleaning, you need to have some basic experience. The people that do introduction to housekeeping, people that do the full housekeeping certificate, they must have a driver's license and they must have done some course of some sort. Maybe they would have done food and nutrition. These are people that sometimes even have degrees. They have diplomas, they have certifications. So those are people that we have on that, because when they do those trainings, the salaries that they usually get paid, the lowest is 2,000 for people that do not have any certifications, the ones that do basic courses. Then the ones that do medium to the good ones, they get paid between 3,000 to 5,000, and their salary goes from 5,000. They have tiers depending on, again, the value and also the work as well. They get slightly promoted up to 8,000. So 8,000 is our max and our minimum is 2,000.
Wonderful. From your perspective, how has demand for professional cleaning services shifted in the recent years?
I think people are investing a lot of money in real estate. They're building these beautiful houses, and I think it's a shame to get someone that can't clean them. So it's these aesthetic needs that are there that I think professional cleaning businesses are leveraging on. And I think it's amazing because it's also upgrading the quality of cleaning services that they're getting. They now know, like, this isn't it. This is not how you clean my glass. You've left a smudge. The floor isn't properly cleaned. My wardrobe needs to look a certain way, and my wardrobe isn't looking that part. So it's the all these economic activities that we are seeing, investment in new industries. We now have the textiles coming up, so we're about to get maybe a new type of fabric that's going to be on the market, maybe affordable. So probably we'll be able to afford good materials that we can use to dress their beds properly, to do some deco when we're doing our cleanings. We are also able to get a lot of support from government, because they put out a code to say all companies don't have to employ cleaners directly, but they need to access professional cleaning services, and they're doing that through a company. And I think that's very supportive, because we have a shot at accessing these contracts or these opportunities. And again, with us developing cleaning skills, we're able to support these businesses that are providing professional cleaning services to their clients, because we should be able to provide them with professionally trained personnel that can clean their clients' premises. So I think it's great to note that there is all this that's happening, and we are at the heart of it all.
Interesting. How important is client feedback in terms of growth of your business?
A satisfied customer means income. It's very important, and that's something that we have tried to do. We still do every other day. We try to ensure that our customers are happy, that they feel safe, and they feel like someone is really doing their job. And we've also kept it at a point where if they feel they are not getting the right services, they should always talk to us. We're always willing to do a shuffle, to always give them someone that works for them. And some of them, if they're patient enough, they've been able to come around and come and tell us, I think this person is good, but maybe they need to learn how to clean windows better. So we bring them back, and then we teach them how to clean the windows, because we have an in-house trainer that is there to help these girls get the right skills that they deserve.
Okay. Do you use modern equipment or eco-friendly products when you are cleaning?
So we do use machinery, but we don't. Our cleaning is not mostly centered on machinery. We use it as only when there's a lot of need to use it, and we try to use machinery that doesn't consume a lot of power. We got to realize this when Zesco really hit us. So we tried to use machinery that's very friendly with consumption in terms of energy. And then for cleaning chemicals, I think since 2022, that's I think the most time that we use a lot of corrosive cleaning materials. But thereafter, we have gone to more on building the cleaning skill as compared to using products to get the job done, because products don't clean. They're just something that we use to get the job done. So we've then continued to use products that are very friendly for our environment, because we realize that if you use the wrong products, you do not maintain the glass, you damage the glass, then suddenly it can't shine anymore, you can't polish it, you need another 5 chemicals for you to polish it. The floor towels, they are not glossed anymore because you've damaged the top coating. So it was that realization that we got to understand that we are damaging the environment as much as we are claiming to protect it. So we took an active step to it. So we don't use corrosive products. We use very friendly products to clean, sometimes even none at all.
In your business, do you use modern equipment or eco-friendly products when it comes to cleaning?
So we do use machinery, but we don't. Our cleaning is not mostly centered on machinery. We use it as only when there's a lot of need to use it, and we try to use machinery that doesn't consume a lot of power. We got to realize this when Zesco really hit us. So we tried to use machinery that's very friendly with consumption in terms of energy. And then for cleaning chemicals, I think since 2022, that's I think the most time that we use a lot of corrosive cleaning materials. But thereafter, we have gone to more on building the cleaning skill as compared to using products to get the job done, because products don't clean. They're just something that we use to get the job done. So we've then continued to use products that are very friendly for our environment, because we realized that if you use the wrong products, you do not maintain the glass, you damage the glass, then suddenly it can't shine anymore, you can't polish it, you need another 5 chemicals for you to polish it. The floor towels, they are not glossed anymore because you damaged the top coating. So it was that realization that we got to understand that we are damaging the environment as much as we are claiming to protect it. So we took an active step to it. So we don't use corrosive products. We use very friendly products to clean, sometimes even none at all.
What exciting plans do you have for expanding your business?
Firstly, we're working on launching our app that's going to conveniently pay our customers and cleaners whenever they need, 7 days a week. They should be able to rent, they should be able to employ full time. Our girls are tech savvy, so we are able to leverage off that. We've been building those skills, and I'm glad that they're coming to fruition. So we are hoping to launch by June this year. And we are also pursuing a lot of commercial customers. We are hoping we close up with them, with a number of them as well. We are increasing our presence in the towns that we are in. We're increasing our presence in Solwezi. We're increasing our presence on the Copper Belt. We are also increasing our presence in Livingston as well, so that we have more coverage. And then we also want to increase the number of people that we've sent out outside the country. We have 3 currently. We want to increase that to a larger number so that we have more girls, more household managers working in other countries, protected, and it doesn't look like we're doing human trafficking. But we are trying to partner with the relevant people, the relevant organizations, so that once we start making those strides, we will be okay and our girls.
Awesome. So, Idah, do you have any appeal to government as regards to professional cleaning services, especially for entrepreneurs who are into this kind of business?
I think stiffer punishments for customers that are very abusive. Like, just not even forget about the customers. There has been a lot of abuse cases. Maybe if we could have very stringent, very strong, what do you call this word? If someone commits a crime that's abusive to domestic staff, the most vulnerable group, it would be great to see the person jailed for a very long time without parole, no bail, nothing, if they're found guilty, of course. It would be great for government to also protect the domestic worker, especially for the ones that live in. They are told not to say so much, even when they are raped, when they are abused. They don't have anyone to stand up for them. But if they knew that once my story was to be heard by Zambia police, they would not let it slide. Once they prove that indeed I was raped, I'll be protected. I think that would be the start of something great, because girls would comfortably work in these houses and they will feel safe and appreciated by government. And secondly, as much as we're talking about protection, the 1,300 as a minimum wage for domestic staff, as well as the 1,900, I'm not going to say if it's okay, but I'm hoping it can answer questions. Can it pay rent? If rent is 1,000, then they have to eat for the whole month. She has to also look the part, to be presentable, to be professional, to add value to the people that she's working with. If she has to buy relish, just milling meal and cooking oil, they've already taken up about 700. So what is it that a young woman is remaining with after getting paid a 1.3 or a 1.9? So if government would look into placing the minimum wage at, let's say, 3,000, the young people, these young girls that are roaming the streets, would be able to have something to do. I always say, if you want to get extra help, it's convenience. If you can't do it, you want someone else to do it, you should be able to bear the price. But if you cannot bear the price, if you think it is too much, let's have the honest conversation of saying, I cannot afford it. Because honestly, you can't. And someone not leave their warm bed to come around, come and work, and still not be able to meet their basic needs. So my appeal would be for government to improve the minimum wage for domestic workers. as it is. They do a lot, and I think it's high time that we started valuing the work that they put in, because they do a lot. They love our families more than we have time to do that when we're at work. So
Finally, as we come to the end of the program, what is your advice to entrepreneurs who are watching this program right now and they would like to venture into professional cleaning services business?
Get in it, but be professional about it. Professional, I mean the caliber of work that you do. It's not great. It's great to have an industry that is professional. They know that when I get professional cleaning services from a company in Zambia, they deliver. This is their standard. When they clean very well. Actually, Zambia has one of the best, the best cleaning skills. This is why you find a lot of nurses are employed from Zambia, because even when they are working as carers, they clean very well. They've got this level of hygiene that's very nice. So if we can professionalize that, it would be very great for our industry as well. And collectively, we should be able to even work with government. If government says that they're going to put our minimum wage for domestic workers at 3,000, because we are able to meet the value that 3,000 is worth. But currently, it's very hard to even talk to government to put it at 3,000, because the caliber of work is very bad. The quality is very low, it's below par. So if we were to increase the value that we're providing, I think it would be a great conversation starter to government to tell them, look, the caliber of services we're providing is at this. We are only asking for 3,000 because it's a fair ask. But if that's not the case, then it's going to be very hard for us to table anything with government to improve our industry. Because looking out there, there's so much going on in the cleaning industry, and I feel like we are ages behind. But we are glad that Pyramid is exposed.
Idah, thank you so much for coming through to the Entrepreneur.
Thank you for having me.
Viewers, there you have it. That's all we had for you on the Entrepreneur. This has been Faith Katai. Keep watching Zani's TV, the People's Channel. Goodbye.